I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Hey, what's going on, YouTube gang? Welcome back to Underdeveloped, and today we are doing the review of Nope. Jordan Peele's third installation. In the beginning, Steven Yeun as the baby, he was this child actor. He had this orangutan on, so it was a chimp.
That was a chimpanzee, yeah.
Little chimpanzee, little like chimpanzee this size, on set. Shit was weird. I guess aliens were different at that time because you saw little small weird things. I kind of like how Jordan Peele includes like these subtle weird things, and the shots kind of harp on those weird things, and almost to the point where you ignore it. Like, okay, things are happening, but then we think, no, this is strange. What the fuck? This is not normal.
Yeah, like like those balloons just pop like themselves. That's not weird.
I almost was honestly, it was like this is a way where it's like you don't even really like you kind of see it happening, but you're not really paying attention. You kind of like whatever. You're more focused on what's actually going on. But he has this kind of thing where it's like.
Yeah, you always put clues in the frame.
Yeah, exactly.
Really
it's like kind of because you're so focused on like the animal going nuts and the fear in the room that you're kind of not noticing like subtle weird things. And he's harping on those shots. Yeah. Like you're seeing these shots, like you see. But the thing is, you just don't care about that because like they're so minute compared to like what's really happening.
Honestly, I feel like the only thing that most people would even notice would be like maybe the close up of the fucking shoe standing straight up.
Yeah,
vertically.
I just didn't care compared to what was happening on the screen.
Even then, like
this monkey was beating on people.
I was actively like studying that scene for clues because I know there's always like wait, what caused that balloon to pop? Like a random thought came in my mind and I just started seeing the scene differently. I'm like, oh wow, this is like masterful.
Yeah, like
shit's just crazy.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is like good directing. Like and also like when you actually and it's kind of ship sizes because when it kind of comes in like a predator, like it swoops down and it sucks things in like a vortex. You know what I'm saying? But then we even though either they ship sizes or they kind of send out mini fucking those pods to kind of collect. You know what I mean? Like,
or maybe it's I'm trying to honestly I'm not even sure if it's intentional or not. Like maybe it's just like an error they didn't really think about. Like because it clearly looks bigger in certain shots.
Dude, in the house that was like a horrifying scene. Oh yeah, that was scary. We see the blood is dripping down, and you hear like the faintness of crowds of people screaming.
There wasn't nothing faint about that.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't really faint. It felt faint at the time because it wasn't confirmed that it was like consuming all these people. You know what I mean? So it was like, is that people I'm hearing? Is that like thousands of people I'm hearing above? What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? And then you see that shot where it's like huge and it's just covering the house. It's like massive. I'm like, that's so scary. And it almost like it also kind of creeps up like a predator. Like a lot of time with Daniel Kaluuya is like his head turned, he's fucking with the car, whatever else, and you see the shit that sneaks up behind. I'm like, how the hell you could let some like massive sneaks up on you? And every time that shit flew through the sky, that shit was kind of scary.
Yeah,
he like his more miniature size, like and the sounds it'll make like with the wind bursting. That shit was terrifying. You know what I mean? It was scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're really onto something with that whole that's moving like a predator thing because that's basically why the main character works so well as he does because like he handles animals and that's kind of what this is.
So she was able to figure it out and figure like what like you know
using basic animal psychology, he managed to figure this shit out. Good on him.
Yep. And you know what I mean, and also we also lose the greed because the thing is the first like pretty much like kind of like the world is all about like photography and like catching things, you know what I mean, and cloud shit like that. You know what I mean? So like genuineness, like caring for people, like Steven Yeun, like his character wanted to use the fucking
he's like easily your best example.
He was trying to tame the beast. He was trying to tame the beast he was trying to tame something. It's a basic human understanding of taming something that you don't understand. You know what I mean? Like trying to capitalize off, which is what human history been doing forever. He thought he could control the beast, use it as a certain kind of circus attraction, and it's been working. You know what I'm saying? But then it turns out, no, nigga, he just said he sucked you all up, everybody up, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was that, you know? But yeah, so some of the scene, the first hour was like damn near excellent. It was really good. Like, even like when he was just dealing with like just building up because the main thing about horror is like, you come for the scary shit. You don't come for like, you don't come for like the story with the main character. Nobody really gives a shit. You know what I mean? But you know what? these characters was fleshed out enough where even though those things that you normally wouldn't care about, I cared about them. I was like, you know, I'm interested in it's, even though I don't really give a shit about what they're doing. I'm still care about these characters mainly because it was carried by. It's carried by Keke Palmer's charm and her character. You know what I mean? She's like typical black girl with sass, but smart. You know what I mean? And honestly, it kind of carried through. You know what I mean? Kind of carried through.
Yeah,
you know,
they just had a really good cast.
Yeah, and it kind of diverged from like the alien thing because it was built to aliens. Even when we saw the kids masquerading as the fucking is like what you think is gonna be the aliens at the end. You know what I mean? And also, in addition to that, like. Stephen Young gave his whole backstory, you know, so it was like the watchers, like some like the viewers and shit. I'm like, okay, and I was down for that. I was actually down for that story. So they kind of misled you and kind of becoming like a space predator, and I'm like, that's cool, it's interesting. But I just like to me, I kind of like this. So it could have been like his retelling of like a alien probe kind of classic of alien story.
I'm really glad you brought up the viewers comment because that has been because. Him saying that specifically has been like rent free in my mind this entire time since we saw this movie. I'm just like, I feel like that is something really. I feel like that's really deeply connected to like the meaning of the movie, especially since the movie begins with some quotes. Like the very first frame is a quote. It's something about like I don't remember what the exact wording was, but the gist of it was I could show you all sorts of depraved, sick ass shit. And you will still watch it because you love watching this horrible, horrible shit.
Right, and
of course it's a horrible misquote. But that's the basic idea.
Yeah, I think you got it down pretty much to what the whole point of that is. But yeah, dude, like 100%, like that's pretty much that. That's what it ties into greed. Like, and it's the modern world with media and shit like that. We just care about catching the image. You know what I mean? Even though we should be caring about honestly, making sure we're good. Like a TMZ person coming in. All he care about the shot. Camera. Always so much camera this, camera that, camera this, camera that. You know what I mean? Like, but nobody actually cares. But he doesn't give a shit. He actually is about to die. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he's more concerned about his camera, you know?
Like, I think go a step further than that. I think you also have a little bit more of a meta context because, keep in mind, what the only name that's specifically given to this creature is the viewer. So that makes you think, like, is Jordan Peele trying to say that the reason that all these characters are in danger is because the viewers want to see them in danger? Is it really that on-the-nose meta concept?
Okay, so, I mean, Stephen Young did give old backstory to why they're the viewers, but...
Yeah, but, like, the fact that they're called the viewers specifically, that's such a specific title. You could have called them a lot of other things.
But to me, there's been different iterations of viewer, the watchers, whatever else, but, I mean, licensed other,
yeah, but you wouldn't say, I don't know, I feel like watcher is less directly associated with audience than viewer.
You're right, though, that does make sense, you know what I mean, like, I guess, you kind of have a point, because with Daniel Kaluuya's character, I mean, I think the Flying Saucer Beast whatever had like the many opportunities to kill him. You know what I mean? He did. Like, he kind of. Honestly, I got the feeling in certain scenes where like, okay, he just wants to see them because he kind of let them get away many times. It was like, is he kind of zoning in on these characters and he kind of want to see them scared out their mind. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like, you know, so he could be like playing with his food.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like when you have creatures like this in your horror movie. We have to kind of guess what their intentions are, what their actual thought process is like.
Yeah.
Because, they don't have any sort of, like, monologue or dialogue or anything for us to really determine that.
Yeah.
So we just have to kind of make assumptions. Like, so his theory, totally believable.
Yeah.
He could just be wanting to fuck with them.
Yeah. Because it's funny, you know what I mean? I mean, I had fun doing it, so why won't they have fun?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, yeah,
absolutely good.
I could buy into that meta aspect of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally this movie even up more because I was ready to like give a movie like a lower rating than I was going to, but I'm like, it had a lot of good moments in it.
It did.
And it's the ending, which is the goal, like, oh, the fucking you just build up the inflated balloon. I mean, the inflated like whatever you call it, inflated.
It was a giant balloon.
Yeah, the giant air balloon of this person at the music park.
Yeah, Stephen Yeun, the giant inflatable Stephen Yeun saves the day.
Yeah, sure, yeah, and then and it consumes that. And then it dies. And
this is kind of a hard movie to grade because again, like I really did love like the first good chunk of this movie, but as it just went on and on, it's like it just felt less compelling the more we learned about this creature. So because of like I understand the parallel they're trying to make. We're like, oh, this is like an animal. That's why he's able to figure it out.
That's the case. You could have made him a more compelling farmer. It was really more about him making a living. It wasn't really about him, like, how good he is with animals. He wasn't even that great with the horses, so it was like...
Like, he understood the
yeah,
horses,
but he's a father, honestly, if that's the case, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Keith David would have been even better.
Exactly, so I'm like, yeah, so to me, he missed the mark with that, too. So, yeah, that's how I'll give it, like, 82, 83. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I would give it straight up 80, just because, like, I feel like most of the best characters kind of die off a little too early. Like, Stephen Young, I would love to see more scenes.
I would have
Keith David. I mean, you have fucking Keith David in your movie and you barely use him. Why? I like that they came up with an inventive way of taking out the monster, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of little anticlimactic that's that easy.
Exactly. Like, all this destruction and it's like, kind of like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh, just lead him into this one thing and it'll explode and he dies. I'm like, oh, that's it? That being said, folks, please hit the like and subscribe button. We have more movie reviews and more other reactions and other content coming right up your alley. Yep. So keep an eye out.
And tell us on the bottom what you think about this movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it?
What do you think about it? No. Based on Jordan Peele's best movie, worst movie, what do you think about it? Let us know. That being said, we'll see you all next time, folks. Peace out.
So next time, y'all. Peace.